Hey everyone. So I wanted to give you another update on my journey to create a regime to take care of my face on a daily and weekly basis. So in the first update, I talked about using my facial electric facial cleanser with the Cetaphil to wash my face after putting a hot rag on it to open up the pores. Use the Cetaphil, wipe that off with a cold water wash and rag wiping it off. And then following that with the apple cider vinegar toner. Now, I spoke to my niece Annie, who uh, is full of advice and suggested that using the apple cider vinegar directly may be a little too harsh for some skin tones. So you may want to try diluting it. So what I'm doing is I'm going half and half, where I took uh, some water and mixed it with apple cider vinegar half and half, and I'll be using that as a toner. And I'll use that to go through my entire face, and then I leave it on for a minute, which is what I didn't say before. Leave the toner after wiping it all over your face. Leave it on for about a minute, and then rinse it off with cold water because you don't want to leave that on there because the vinegar, it may be a little too harsh for your skin. So you want to, once you use it as a toner, to kind of do a splash of cold water to wash that off. Okay? So then the next step that I'm going to go through today is doing a bentonite clay mask for my face. That's to kind of help pull out the impurities. And I think that's not something you would do every day. It's something more like at the end of the week, once a week, or maybe once every 2 weeks. I'll see how that goes. But what I did was pick up like a 2 pound bag of bentonite clay that I found on Amazon, which was a deal for a 2 pound bag for, I think it was like 10 or 11 bucks. So, and I'll leave a link in the description below in case you want to check it out. So I'm going to use that, and that will take like 2 or 3 heaping teaspoons of the bentonite clay that I'm putting into a little bowl like this. You know what? I'll go with 4. I have a big face. So do that, and then I'm going to take my Bragg's apple cider vinegar and mix that in. And you could use water or apple cider vinegar. Water is good, but I've read that using apple cider vinegar mixed with the clay is better for pulling out the impurities from your pores. Now, this is something where I kind of use a little both, just to stretch out the using the apple cider vinegar, because when you do it, it'll make kind of a thick paste. And depending upon how thick you want it to be, you can just add in a little bit of water to help dilute it. But when you mix it, I don't know if you can see, it will start to make some bubbles, and that's supposed to be good. And you want to mix out until you get all the lumps out. And you can make a nice kind of creamy, it's almost like a pudding. Okay, so after you get that mixed up, you can take it, and then what I do is just put it onto your face. You want to spread it as evenly possible around. You don't want to get it too close to your eyes. And you can start out with a relatively thin layer and kind of, see what works for you. I don't put it on the area under my eyes, and other people may, do it, but because the areas on your eyelids are very thin, so I don't want to put too much stress on that skin there since it's relatively delicate. Then I'll put this on the entire area. And then do it along the neck as well, a little bit, not all the way down, but. So you put this on. And yeah, I think you can get away with like, I used 4 teaspoons and I mixed it. And I think you can get away with like 2, maybe 3 at the most, because I still got plenty left over. So I'm gonna put it on a little thicker. And again, I'm not claiming to be an expert. I am learning as I go, so if anybody has any suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear it in the comments. As long as you are respectful, that's cool. So, put this on and let it dry, and then we'll come back and take it off. But you want to let it dry so it literally helps pull out the impurities. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks. All right, so I'm back, and as you can see, the mask is kind of hardened up. It's been about 20 minutes since I put it on. It's not fully dry, but after like the first 15 minutes, you could start feeling the skin tightening up, and as it was drying, it feels like it was pulling out the impurities. So what I'm gonna do now is take a warm washcloth and start wiping it off. So I'm not gonna put this all on tape. I'm gonna stop it right now and continue off, and I'll be back. All right, so I am back, and as you can see, I washed all of the bentonite clay off of my face using a rag with hot water, and then followed up with a cold water rinse to kind of seal the pores back up. And the final step, which is moisturizing, is I've made my own little concoction of aloe vera juice mixed with castor oil, which I'm just rubbing onto my face, because the aloe vera juice is good for your skin. And the castor oil is also good as a moisturizer. I saw a YouTube clip with a woman who's been using this over her entire body, and it's supposed to be really good. And I've been using it kind of as a body moisturizer, but I'm gonna focus on using it on my face, because the castor oil is supposed to be good for your skin, and the aloe vera is also good for your skin as well. So I want to kind of avoid as many products with fillers and chemicals and stuff that I don't know about. I want to kind of go as natural as possible. So I'm going to give this aloe vera and castor oil mix, which I keep in the refrigerator to stay cold and fresh. In my refrigerator, I pull it out and I'm going to use that as a moisturizer. So for right now, my routine is going to be starting off with a hot rag to open up my pores, using my electric facial cleanser and Cetaphil to cleanse my face, wash it off with cold water, apply a toner with a mixture of half water, half apple cider vinegar. I use Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to use that as a toner. I'll wipe that on, leave that on for about a minute, and then wash that off with cold water so I don't, have too much of the acidic vinegar on my face, but it'll be helping with the toning. And hopefully we will see some results with the skin tags. And maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I will do on a Friday the Bentonite clay mask using the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I use the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It's not like I have any kind of deal with them, but it is organic, it's raw, unfiltered, and it has the mother. So that way you kind of know that it's a good quality and good for you, because there's some apple cider vinegars that, don't have the mother on it. And from everything I've read, you want to get apple cider vinegar that has the mother, and the Bragg's one does. So I go with that one. So I'll be using that with the Bentonite clay for the weekly or bi-weekly clay mask, and then following it up either on the daily after I put the toner. I'll be moisturizing with this aloe vera juice and castor oil concoction that I discovered, and we'll see how that works. So that is my facial regime for now. Again, I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I'm going to give this a shot. If anybody has any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks for joining. I really hope if you like what I've been producing that you will subscribe, share my videos, like it. I'm really trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers. So every new subscriber I appreciate. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Besos.